Hey YouTube, it's AdamX20. For today's video I wanted to talk about something kind of philosophical, I guess. Philosophical. I wanted to talk about dividing by zero. I know it's completely insane. You're not supposed to be able to divide by zero. When you try to, it's an error and you get an undefined result. Yet there's this standard that says it's a complex infinity, and I don't understand how that's possible. So I just can't accept that there's no answer for dividing by zero. I understand the concept. Okay, this is the way I see it. I'm trying to put it into words. Okay, so you planning an event. So you buy a 6-pack of beer. Now, if 2 people come over and you're going to split that 6-pack of beer, then the 2 people each get 3 beers. If nobody comes over and it's just you, you get all 6 beers. But if 6 people come over and you split that 6-pack up, you have everybody gets 1 beer. 6 divided by the number of people. 6 beers divided by the number of people that show up. But if you have to cancel and you're away, then you have a 6-pack of beer being divided by nobody. The event comes and goes. What actually happens? Well, you kind of have a special case where the division happens but doesn't happen. You have a 6-pack of beer being divided by 0 people, so you have 0 beers per person because there are 0 people, but you still have the 6-pack of beer in a case. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I can't accept the idea that the standard holds that if you divide by 0 you get a complex infinity, but you can't. You still can't divide by 0. I don't know. I think there needs to be an answer for dividing by 0. Now I'm proposing, and I'm just shooting this out in the blue, that we are allowed to borrow what is it? A divisor, just to allow the evaluation to compute. And I know that sounds silly, and I'm not sure that would actually work, but I think it's something that would need to be done because you can't divide by 0 and then have a complex infinity and then have, I mean, that's pulling more than something out of nothing is my problem. And that doesn't work either. How can you take something, how can you not be able to make something out of 0, and yet when you divide by 0 you get an infinity symbol? It doesn't work. At least in my mind it doesn't work. I know it's an answer. The answer is also undefined, but I don't know. Maybe I know my math is off, but it's pretty simple. How to see? I watched this video that shows how come we can't have division by 0, and the problem is okay. So you have to, the quotient needs to be I forget what the top number is called, but the bottom number is the divisor, and then the number that it equals, that the division equals, is the quotient. So the divisor and the quotient need to equal the top number. Like 6, the 6-pack of beer, and 2 people show up, each person gets 3 beers. Well, 3 beers times 2 people equals 6, right? So the problem I'm having is that when you say 1 divided by 0 equals, well, undefined, okay, but nothing times 0 doesn't equal 1, because 0 is the numerical representation for nothing. So that doesn't work either. So we have to find some way to divide by 0. I know that this video could get like hella flames and shit, and I don't care. I don't care. My biggest quarrel is that you can't have a complex infinity when you divide by 0. You can't pull infinity out of nothing without a logical reason behind it. You know, it's undefined times 0 equals 1. Well, that doesn't work either. Anything times 0 will equal 0. That's the way math works. So I don't know. I'm just throwing this idea out there. I think we need to find an answer for dividing by 0. I'm probably not the brain to do it, but I think if we were allowed to borrow 1, like if we started looking at 0 as 1 minus 1, where it's the 1 we borrowed, and then the negative 1 is the debt we owe, the 1 we owe. I think that would help us find an answer to x over 0. Anyways, post your comments below. There's no black holes in my head when I tried to divide by 0, so you're probably safe trying. But yeah, until next time, I will see you tomorrow. Bye, YouTube.